My friends, it is time. I extend my hand, inviting you to step with me into fantasy. Release your hold on that which you know to be true, and let imagination rule for the next few hours. The floorboards are not enough to drown out the sound of the voice that you hear from below, asking about Tarina and offering a free ale to whoever points her out, or says where she is. There are several voices that immediately say, "Oh yeah, I'll take an ale." So it sounds like there's a little bit of distraction going on downstairs, and then upstairs, is it? Right. Come on, boys. What do you do?
I am standing at the top of the stairs with, looking down. Are they coming up?
You hear a clamber of feet, and yes, at the bottom of the steps, a group of swarthy-looking individuals with crossbows. Looks like they might have long daggers or short swords.
If I may, I will whisper to Tarina. Tarina, over here. Let me conceal you.
She raises an eyebrow and looks around, not really knowing over where.
I mean,
her eyes fall on you, and she nods, and she stands up, starts walking over. She seems nervous.
mm-hmm. When she gets next to me, I'll ask her to just stand against the wall, be ready, and I will, over the top of her, make the image of a wardrobe. Or actually, that's a little obvious. Something that would be in a tavern, like something tall and big. I can't even think.
What's the spell you're using?
Minor illusion. So just a solid liquor cabinet between her and the stairway, or something.
All right,
like
I believe
that.
it can be 5 foot square.
Yep. So if she kind of crouched down, it would conceal her form. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
What are you making?
A closet or something that comes out of the wall, just like a doorway. Yeah.
All right, so you make a closet, and she kind of raises an eyebrow, crouches down as you instruct, and then she all of a sudden seems to disappear
Now lean on her.
behind a closet.
I'm just waiting for them to start coming up the stairs, essentially.
Right, well, they do, and immediately, like after taking 2 steps, they look up and they see you at the top of the stairs, and one looks back and says, "Boss, we might have a problem."
I have my badge out and, showing it to them. And I say, "Sorry, gentlemen, but the upper floor is currently occupied by the Flaming Fist. I'm not sure what you're looking for, but you won't find it here."
Flaming fox, eh? Right. Pin this bastard! Roll initiative.
Oh, straight up. Okay.
Is that everyone or just Dorin?
That is everyone.
Hey, you got this, Dorin.
I can take him. I can't take him.
I've got you. Who's got me? Initiative.
Let's see. I suppose that would be useful. Can everybody see that?
I can see the turn
Yep.
order. It has 4 people on it currently.
Right, that's what we're looking for.
It's missing Rim. Or
I think because I did a dexterity check and not an initiative check. Is that why?
could be it.
Let's see.
Indeed.
It's missing me too, but I wasn't selecting my token like an amateur, so I'll re-roll and just change it.
Thank you.
The fake reroll, you joined me in the Nat 1 club.
Sorry.
All right. Everybody? Looks like it, right? Typhon, you are first.
Cool. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So the stairs extend down about 15 feet here.
You indeed.
I imagine that they're gonna all try and storm up here like brutes. So I will hold an action. I will begin casting the spell Burning Hands in a cone aimed down the stairway. When the trigger for my held action will be, obviously 1 or 2 of them will come up here to try and attack. When they sort of come up in a line, once I have 3 targets within my cone, I will let it go. If not, then it doesn't go off.
Yes. So we are missing a Persephone. Persephone, make sure that you have your token selected, and then roll initiative on your character sheet on D20.
Yeah, and she got
roll
a
20, yes.
21, so that could be adjusted.
I'm sorry, I don't quite understand.
So do you have D&D Beyond
No.
open?
Yes, yeah.
All right. So if you click on your, if you have token selected on roll 20, and then you click on roll initiative
Yeah.
on D&D Beyond.
Do you see I rolled it?
Yeah, she's
over
right
in
above Silas.
I'm just not in the turn order. So I rolled I got a 21.
Yeah,
And it's right
so you have to have your token selected for it to be on the turn order. So click your portrait, and then roll initiative again on D&D Beyond, and it should populate on the list.
Alright, that's right. I love it.
And then once you do it again, you can just select the number on the turn order tracker, and then edit it. Just click on the number, and then edit it to 21, and it should fix it. You should be able to switch it yourself.
I can also do it.
Yeah. There you go.
Thank you.
Right. So Typhon,
What's up?
we went. We had Typhon, and now we have. So Typhon is holding an action. Persephone, you probably would have gone first with a higher dex, but you go ahead now.
That's right. I'm just gonna draw my rapier and stand here ready to go. So ready in action for the first person that comes.
Ready in action.
to
Very
attack.
good. Okay. Next up are the bandits. They are looking up the stairs at Dorin. All of them have light crossbows, and the 3 who have a line of sight to him shoot and then step to the side and let the other 3 step in and they also shoot. That is 6 light crossbow bolts coming at you, Dorin.
Cool.
That's a miss. It's a miss. That's a hit. Miss.
What does it hit?
Oh, it hits AC 17.
Sure. Yeah, I'll throw the shield up.
All right, so your new AC is
21.
21. Okay, excellent. So that one obviously deflects, and so the rest of the next one is a miss. Let's see, that was 4. Miss. Natural 20. Rolling damage.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but okay.
All right. Most of the crossbow bolts pass by you or deflect harmlessly off your shield. However, one of them does manage to hit you, doing 8 points of damage. It
Ow.
finds a chink in your armor and digs deep into your stomach. That is their turn.
At any point, are there 3 of them in 15-foot cone range for the spell to go off that I readied?
Let's see. So 50.
It's a little bit weird with the... I'm not exactly sure how these stairs work here. So
Looking at the map, it looks to me like only one of them is in the range where that spell would be effective to hit them.
Are they? I'm looking at the downstairs now. Is there like
Mhm.
another room that they're in there? What is that? It looks like they're in this other room.
Oh, you are absolutely right. All right, even though they can't be like that. However,
Yeah.
there is enough room for each one of them to take a shot and move out of the way and allow the other one to come up and take a shot. So that still did happen.
Sure. Now it looks like maybe they're in cone range in the bottom. I don't know.
Well, but he only has you're not able to see them. If you
Yeah.
look down the steps, you can only see the one who's right at the bottom of the steps.
Sure. I look over. They have crossbows.
Right, that is the bandits done. Next up is Silas.
Very quickly, what can I tell? How are the not our party people reacting?
So a bunch of crossbow bolts just came flying up the stairs.
Yes.
One of them
Pew, pew.
struck Dorin, and they're all kind of looking around like, "Oh, here we go again." You see a couple of them holding on to their drinks a little bit better. The halfling tries to sort of duck down into the corner. There's a back room.
Sorry, you went out.
Here.
There's a back room. What?
There's a room here,
Where?
and
Are you pointing at something?
sorry, I am. Yes, of course. What? You can't see me pointing. There's a room here,
Very good.
and tries the door. Tries that door. They are locked. The rest are kind of just sort of sitting there. This woman sort of puts her hands in her head and then she sort of leans bored on her knee.
Sean, you've got to watch either your push to talk or your mic work, one or the other.
Why? What are you losing?
Various words.
yeah, we're losing. You're in and out a lot on your talking.
All right.
It might be that you're looking away from your mic and not doing mic technique.
No. The microphone is right at my face, so that can't be it.
We'll work through it.
Maybe interference with.
It's just you.
15-yard penalty.
We'll work through it. Silas will. I'm going to run that far, because that's how far I can run. And at this point, is this a rail, a banister? Like, what can I see down the stairs? Can you describe
All
this
right.
to me?
That right there is a rail, banister.
Is that just like
And it looks to me like the floor just stops at its. So you have a wall there, mind the gap, and this is just a hole. Just the steps just come right up. It's like it's flush with the open area there.
Okay, so
Make
there's
sense?
no handrail, anything of the sort.
Correct.
Okay. And I'm going to just use last little bit of movement. I realize that takes me, well, it's actually, let me just double check myself. Yeah. Anything I do is going to take up more than my movement. So I'll just do my full movement to...
I think you're at 35 right there, so you need to... Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. Back behind Dorin. Excellent. You easily do that.
Right.
Are you
that's it.
done? Falkrunn, your turn.
I'm going to go ahead and move up to that. Then I'm going to go ahead and cast, using my action, I'm going to fire a guiding bolt down the stairs towards what I assume is like one of the crossbowmen that are at the bottom.
Yes, you're going to have... they have partial cover from you because of the angle. But that definitely hits. With a natural 20, you did a tremendous amount of damage. Wow. That's the
And
damage there
I'm
at the
gonna
bottom,
use-
right? Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, it is.
Is
Blinded by
that
the light.
right? How is that 46?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, 46.
Jeez. So that's a total of
Nice.
total of 19? Yes,
Yeah.
got it. All right.
And then I'm going to go ahead and use my
you
action
what
to
you said?
cast Shield of Faith onto Dorin, who's in front of me.
All right. If you cast a spell as a bonus action, then the only spell that you can cast in addition to that would be a cantrip, as long as it takes one action to cast. So because you've cast Guiding Bolt, you have a bonus action available, but you cannot use it to cast a spell.
Got it. So it's got to be one of my cantrips then.
Right. Well, I don't think you want to give up your Guiding Bolt. Your Guiding Bolt was your action. You cannot cast another spell.
By the way, Sean, that is the full 37.
What? It's a full 37?
Because it's
Yeah.
46 from Guiding Bolt rolled twice. 18 plus 19.
Oh my god.
Bananas.
Right. So, can you all see? So, I guess you have to move your screen out so that you can see both maps at the same time, since we're on two different levels. Is that clear?
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
the one at the very bottom, who was the last person to shoot, and who did actually score the hit, the natural 20 on Dorin, is the only one that you're able to see. Your Guiding Bolt streaks down the stairs and obliterates him. He glows briefly for a moment. He's like, "What?" And just becomes a red mist. I would say that there is a body there, but there really isn't. He is gone. Good job, Falkrunn.
He needs an X on him.
Is he still there? You shouldn't be able to see him anymore.
I
He's
can
still
see
there.
him.
That's not right.
That's
One moment. Hold, please. All right, here's your damn X, Scott. And now, because he was so incredibly destroyed by that guiding bolt, which would have given anybody else who wanted to hit him advantage, he is gone. There is no body. Gone. Next up, we have Tarina. Tarina cowers. Next, we have Deadeye, who seems to be the leader of this group. He shouts, Anybody up there wants to give us a hand? 10 gold to ya. Rim, your turn.
I can't see anybody from the top of the stairs now, can I?
Your view is blocked.
I will move to... All of these are doors here, right? I will move to this door here and force it open.
Can you select it?
Can you see?
Yes,
Can you
I
see that?
Yep. All right, move your token there, please. All right, you push.
I will
push this,
force the door
you
open.
Push him to the side, and you go over there, and you're gonna force it open. All right. It is locked. Make a athletics check, please. That is enough. That is enough. That is exactly the DC. It holds for a second, and then you step into the room.
I say in a loud voice and glare at everyone else in the room.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me do some stuff here. All right, go ahead and move your token in there.
I'm staying outside of the room. I'm gesturing to it for everyone else to get in.
Oh, okay. All right, so you see a bed, a night table, a chest, a desk, a chair, several paintings of coastal and underwater scenes, a portable bathtub, and a 10-foot-long, 8-foot-tall bookcase. There are trinkets on it. Looks like shells, barnacle-covered skulls, that sort of thing. The room is filthy. The water in the tub is filthy. There's definitely a briny, sort of oceany smell in this room. And leaping up from the desk
Uh-oh.
is a humanoid fish person. She whirls around and she looks at you and says, "What is the meaning of this? Get out! Get out!"
Do I have enough time to respond?
Yes.
You're about to have some company.
No, no! She looks like she is going to attack.
Well, shit.
One moment, please. I didn't see that one coming. Here we go.
Yeah.
Rim, making friends.
Right. Believe she's been added to the order? Yes. All right, there she is. One moment. All right, that was her. Dorin, your turn.
I don't know if we're... Well, what would Dorin do? I am going to charge like a fool. Because I'm all blocked up in here. Okay. So I draw my sword that just really looks like a piece of crap. It's like looks rusty and pitted and a little bit jagged on the edges. And I'm going to go down and green flame blade this first guy.
All right, down you go. Roll your attack.
Right. Okay. Where's my attacks? Here we go. That is not. Oh, there we go. Never mind. Yeah, 25
Yeah, so I
to
said,
hit.
25 definitely hits. Did you do this two-handed or
yep.
one-handed?
Two-handed, yeah. So
Two-handed. All right.
11 damage. And then, I guess the
Yes.
got my.
Okay.
Yes, the one next to me.
I
Yep.
see. Your blade cuts into him, and he lets out a grunt and drops his crossbow. He looks like he's barely standing, and the green flame reaches.
Yeah.
That one there,
Yep, up to that one. Yeah.
and it does 4 points of damage. Correct.
4 points of damage. Yes.
All right. Is that your turn?
If I can, I will pull the arrow out of myself.
Very nice.
But that's it.
All right. Next up, we have the top of the order. So we have 3 17s. You can choose which order you wish to go in.
I would like you guys to go before the enemies.
Yeah. So we have Typhon, Falkrunn, and Silas. You all go on 17. The bandits
I go
will
on
go after
21,
you.
correct?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, indeed.
And
You go on
Persephone.
21. You and Persephone. Where is Persephone?
Persephone, you skipped over,
Yeah,
it
you-
looks like.
Looks
Oh.
like you advanced the turn order really quick or something.
Oh, I'm so sorry. All right. So then, before Typhon goes, we have Persephone.
I don't hear Persephone.
Me
Sorry,
neither.
I just
There she
can't-
is.
I heard before Typhon goes. That's all I heard.
Sorry. Before Typhon, we have Persephone.
I move to the top of the stairs. Can I see one to cast vicious mockery?
Now, at this point, the only one you would be able to see if you were able to get right at the top of the stairs would be Dorin. All the others are blocked from view.
But I could go down the stairs a little bit and maybe see.
Yes, if you went
Standing.
down the stairs, you would most definitely see. There you are. You come down the stairs. There is a banister, but it is not. It is not. It is. You can see through it, so you can cast vicious mockery on whoever you.
I want to cast vicious mockery. Now, do I select the token of who I want it to go on to first?
Yes, you just tell me who you want to hit. This fellow is barely standing. Sorry. This fellow is barely standing.
Okay.
This fellow is taking damage from the green flame blade. This is a fairly swarthy-looking gentleman with an eye that's been cut out with a massive scar. You could tell even from here as he's shouting that his breath smells like rotten fish. Ah, which one do you cast it on?
The one who's almost dead, this guy.
All right, just a second. Oh, poor guy. He fails his saving throw, and after being slashed by by Dorin's blade, you come down, and what do you say to him that finally causes him to...
I say... Hold on, I have a list. I
Nice.
say, your mother taking up more space than a gelatinous cube. And then...
Oh.
Oh. And nice. Very nice. So now, Typhon.
I killed him with vicious mockery.
Oh man.
Yes, he's about to retort through gritted teeth, but then something in the way you spoke, you can see his eyes start to bulge, and a vein bursts on his head, and he collapses.
Did you want to go back up the stairs, or are you staying down there?
Stay, unless I'm about to be in somebody's way.
Nope, just checking.
Yeah, they could go by me,
So-
right? Like I'm not blocking the stairs.
Yeah,
Can I
no,
get one
it's a
more
five.
step?
It's if there's enough room for people to pass each other on the stairs, you cannot stop in somebody else's space.
Yeah. So I'm about right here, right, Sean?
Yes.
Okay. Can I see this guy right next to Persephone?
Yes, you can.
Okay. In that case, I will cast a spell as a skeletal hand appears and tries to grasp at his neck.
Very nice.
I will 22 to hit
That hits.
for 7 points of necrotic damage as it closes around his neck.
Closes around his neck and begins to slowly lift him off the ground, and then releases him, and he crumples dead.
Cool. I'm gonna GTFO.
Okay.
15, 20, 25.
It's necrotically.
Get on back there. I'm worried for my allies down there. But anyway, that's it for me.
All right. Next we have Falkrunn.
Help
Alright,
me!
Okay, so Falkrunn is going to go ahead and run herself. And then, if I can, I want to leap down, land there. That's my full 25. I don't know if that's like what that requires anything extra, Sean.
Well, I don't think you needed the extra movement to get there. That is, let me see. This is a complicated map. One moment.
Full 25 right there.
15.
15.
Does squeezing through cost any extra?
No.
That'd
Not
be
in
like
this
full
case.
movement to hit
Yeah.
right there.
So you don't actually have to use any athletics to get to where you want to get.
Cool.
I believe
So,
I've got
as I
it.
So I'm looking to like basically hop the banister, or I assume there's a banister where on the steps where Persephone is.
Sure,
To
there's
kind of bring to do like and I'm like jumping over the banister and doing a hammer attack on the bandit right there.
Very good. All right. Roll your attack.
Roll on that beautiful warhammer.
That is a hit. Is this a two-handed attack or a one-handed hit?
Since I had my hand on the banister to jump over, it's going to be a one-handed attack.
Oh, very nice. The hammer comes crushing down on his head, and he shakes it, stunned, but he is still up.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to go ahead and do healing word onto
That you can do.
Dorin.
Very nice.
Excellent.
Roll that healing.
Thank you. Yeah, sorry.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
Right, that will bring us to the next contestant, Silas.
Right. Immediately run down the stairs. And
Run past Persephone. And you run past Dorin.
am trying to get to the empty space right there.
That is doable.
And seeing fish breath here, going to take a swipe at him and hope that I hit him.
Roll it.
I'm trying to.
Ooh, that hits. Very nice. 9 points. Anything else?
I'm going to look at him sternly and finish my turn.
He sneers back at you. Next, the bandits go. That one attacks Falkrunn.
Sorry, I heard that one attacks Falkrunn, and that was...
Right, sorry, I'm having to rub my head and pat my belly at the same time. So, this one shoots Falkrunn. This one shoots Silas.
Goodness,
This
that's
one
close
attacks.
quarters.
This one attacks. No, they have 5 foot distance from you. And they are hand crossbows.
I just said close quarters. I didn't mean anything.
Right. Hitting AC 16, Falkrunn. That is not going to be enough for you.
No.
Crossbow also does not pierce your armor. Crossbow does manage to hit you, Silas, with an 18.
Okay.
You take 3 points of piercing damage. Next, the priestess goes.
There's a priestess?
The
Sorry, guys.
fish woman in this room looks at Rim and says, "Flee." Roll a wisdom saving throw, Rim.
Who knew fish had fleas?
One moment, please. Lots to look at. Where is the spell attack? Aha. That succeeds. You manage to throw off the effects of the fish woman wearing the robe made of fishing nets. She tried to get you to do something against your will, and it did not work. Serena continues to cower. Deadeye. I'm serious. 10 gold for someone who'll help us out. That fellow doesn't think it's enough. That fellow doesn't think it's enough. But this fellow, that's fine for him. He shrugs his shoulders, stands up, and kicks over this table and takes its place. And he joins the initiative, I should say.
I like all the people just standing around.
Yeah, well, they're not just standing around.
It just happened. They'll run in a minute.
I could
It's
have them running around. Imagine that they're all running around.
There's
I
not
can't suspend
social
my
distancing
disbelief
happening
unless you.
right
Right.
Make them all flail.
So next, let's see.
now. Whoa.
He had the so he goes before Deadeye. Deadeye attacks Silas.
Of course.
You go right in front of him.
Yeah, that was the point.
He is wielding a scimitar. And he hit.
He looks like a pirate, so it's a scimitar.
Scimitar. Ooh, 5 points of damage, Silas.
Okay.
Slashing. Dorin, it's your turn.
Well,
I believe you skipped me.
How did I do this again?
That skip turn button's sensitive.
All right, and sorry about that. It is in fact Rim's turn.
Rim sheepishly shuts the door and says, "Pardon the intrusion," and moves towards the staircase.
Very good. The shutting the door is a free action. So you can use both of your sections of your movement to get all the way down the steps if you wish. There may, however, not be a spot for you.
Congested, yeah.
There is not. I will stand here ready and draw my.
All right. Yeah, there's really no way you can. There's no way for you to get there. Sorry about that, Dorin. Now we have not Dorin, Rim. Now we have Dorin.
I mean, it's kind of the same for me. I can't really get to anyone, it looks like. So I will just dodge, I guess.
All right. Dorin takes the dodge action. Typhon.
Wait,
Okay,
just
Dorin?
in case, I'll Hexblade's Curse the main guy here. Sure, why
Alright.
not? That's a bonus action.
He is hexed.
I kind of just point my sword at him, and some rust flies off
Right.
in his general direction.
Indeed. All right. So Typhon and Persephone, you
yes.
have the same initiative. Who wants to go
Oh.
first?
My dexterity? 16?
I have a +3 bonus. I'm at a 16
Oh, yeah.
score.
It really comes down to a choice. I mean, we can do if you want. We can do it whoever has the highest. But
No, let's just do it the way it's in the turn order. So go
Okay.
ahead.
I'll go. If I can step into Rim's space briefly, and I would, Sean, could I use a cast of minor illusion to sort of obscure for a moment this big guy's vision, and basically use the help action with the minor illusion cantrip?
that's a very creative thing to say, but I'm afraid that's not how minor illusion works.
Okay.
It is a stationary object.
Yeah.
So
To obscure
he's
his
easy-
vision, essentially,
he-
from Silas.
He's easily able to move to see around it. It doesn't. As a cantrip, it does not have the ability to do that. I'm
Okay.
afraid.
That is fair. In that case, I will. At the leader here, cast a chill touch at a 19 to hit for 7 points
Nice
of
roll.
necrotic damage.
The 19 does hit.
Cool. In that case, I will step back out of this range again and to here.
That hit
not
even
crowd
with the
everything.
negative I was giving you for being in Persephone's space.
Ah,
So.
Cool,
Certainly
that's
get
it for me.
hit points here.
do we? What is the? Are you rolling? If we cast from another person's space, is there a particular way you are imposing negatives?
Yes,
like
it counts as
partial
it
cover,
counts as
or
partial cover.
okay, cool.
All right. Next up, we have Persephone.
Right. So could I come down through this space and get sort of like trying to stand kind of on that table?
All right. Let's see here. You are able to move through Silas's space.
There's a
It
wall
does
there,
actually,
isn't
it
there?
does actually cost an extra point of movement.
How is she
so
getting
you
there?
Have, you have plenty of movement here. Just a second. So you were there.
Uh-huh.
You squeeze through Dorin's space. That's 1,
Technically, since
3,
I'm
4.
She could move diagonal just to get to my space.
Right. Okay. Right. 1, 2. You're able.
Pretty much, I'm just trying to get into the fight, but out of the way. So
I understand.
wherever I can be,
Normally, you're not able to move diagonally around corners. Make an acrobatics check to see if you're able to do it.
that's-
Oh, easily. You just sort of excuse me, like a server carrying drinks through a busy bar. You scoot around Silas,
That's exactly.
manage to do a nice little spinny dancing move. Exactly, and you end up right where you want to be. Very well done.
Awesome. Okay, then I cast Dissonant Whispers on this guy. You see that?
So, how do
Oh my
you
God.
cast your spells, Persephone? Do you have an instrument that you use as a focus? Do you sing?
Yes.
Was that a yes
Gotcha.
to which?
This is my first spellcaster character. Hold on one second.
yes.
Yes. So what's my
You've got a bunch of them. You've got a pan flute. You've got a
Oh,
flute,
like-
you've got a harp. You've got basically like a Dick Van Dyke. You just got all the instruments you can pull out of your bag.
Are you a one-woman band?
Yeah, so apparently I have several. Yes. Should I pick one that I like best? Is that how that works?
You pull
Well,
your pan
when you
flute
cast a
and
spell, you look after each spell. There should be a verbal, a somatic, and a material component. Some of them require all three. Some of them only require one.
Components says
Generally, say again.
verbal.
Verbal.
start.
Right. So all you need to do is to say something. But if the component requires, if it requires a component, because you are a bard, you can substitute a focus for that component, such as an instrument, unless the component has a material, a cost in gold pieces.
It's
In
actually
which case
just
you
verbal.
actu-
It's only verbal.
Yeah.
So this one.
Dissonant Whispers is only verbal. I'm saying for other spells. So this one you can just say verbally. Yep.
Cool. Got it. Okay.
So, what do you whisper?
Well, it's a dissonant melody, so in my head, I think it kind of is more like a siren song, not words, but just some creepy tune that you're waiting for so bad.
Come on, Sean.
Like it.
Make her sing out of tune. Do it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that until she actually has to fire someone. Next, you need to, let's see. Yeah, so he has a fail.
It actually sounds like kind of an
He
off.
has to take he's making a wisdom save. What is your spell DC?
What?
I need to know what I need to roll in order to beat the spell.
Wisdom saving throw.
No, I roll a wisdom saving throw. I need to know what number I need to beat.
Under your spells tab, there are 3 numbers. There's a modifier, a spell attack, and a save DC.
13.
D&D
Thank
Beyond.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He fails. You so show me which one you were attacking again.
This guy.
I can't see
Didn't get
anything.
that.
Are you?
I'm double clicking. Is that what?
You
No,
can ping.
click-
You can
Click and hold it. Click
There
and
you go.
hold. There you go.
That
Aha. That- Very good. He closes his eyes, holds one hand up to his ear, and shakes his head a little. Next up, we have the bandits. The one you just attacked drops his crossbow in pain, pulls out his short sword, and attacks you. Hitting AC 15. Oh,
Did he save that? Did he get?
he did not.
save?
He did not save. He took full damage.
Oh yeah, he has to
So
move
part
me
of-
then.
Oh,
Part of it is
more to
the
it.
creature on a failed save it takes 3d6. move and uses his reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows.
Excellent. It is available. Excellent.
This is available to you.
So, as far as he can. All right. He moves back into that corner. As he moved, he is not threatened by anybody, correct? No. All right. So no attacks of opportunity.
You moved a different one, didn't you?
Yeah,
Which one did you attack?
Yeah.
It's that one.
Ah, in that case, as he moves out of the space that you threaten, Persephone, you may make an attack of opportunity. However,
Nice.
believe
It can only be an attack, though. It can't be a spell or anything.
it can only be an attack, and he will still move even if you hit him. A lot of these spells, if you do damage, then it breaks the spell, but he's actually trying to get away from the sound, so he doesn't care. So take your attack.
So I'm gonna hit him with my rapier that I drew before.
Oh, that hits. Oh, as he reels from the sound of your dissonant whisper, and he takes a step back, drops his crossbow, and as he turns to run, you pierce him right through the Adam's apple, and he dies.
Oh my god.
So Ryan just said what I did was I whispered dissonantly, "Run," and then he tried to run, and then I hit him in the throat.
Fantastic. Very good. All right, next we have Falkrunn. Silas.
Before I die, I'm going to try to hit this guy with my greatsword. I don't have advantage of any kind, do I?
You are not directly flanking him with
Got it.
anybody.
I tried.
Hey!
Bam!
Love to see that.
14.
So that 14 points. Oof. He manages to take a step out of the way just as you come down, but it leaves a huge scar on his face. It's actually in the same place the scar where his missing eye is. So you open up that part of his face again. He would have lost an eye if it wasn't already missing.
I'm just going to... DM judgment. I'm wielding a great sword two-handed. Could I bring that around to a rest and then just punch him with my offhand? As a bonus action?
You know what? Since you rolled a natural 20, I'm going to allow that. Normally that is a big no-no, but go for it.
Well, it's a bonus attack.
No. That does not succeed.
Didn't think so. I swipe at him anyway.
Yeah.
Eh.
In the nose.
Falkrunn.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and use my attack to hit the guy that Silas just hit.
Thank you.
All right.
Owie.
Because he's going to kill me.
That.
All right. That hits. And you did 11 points of damage. And who did you attack? You
Fish
attacked
I'm gonna
the
go ahead and
one-eye
use-
guy, right? Go ahead.
The one I got, fish eye. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my bonus action to cast Healing Word on Silas.
Aww.
And shit is magic.
All right. He ducks the blow that Silas tried to hit him with.
Which puts him in perfect height for my hammer.
Exactly. So Silas takes 8 points of healing. And that is the end of your turn.
He's still up.
The priestess does not emerge from her room.
Sean,
To-
I think you deleted your bandit token. I
Which
think they
one?
were acting on 17.
Oh,
So
they were. I did delete
Yeah.
one, and deleting one deletes them all.
Yeah, that's
yes,
that's
if
why
you
you move it
delete
to the
one
GM
you
layer.
roll initiative for. That's why I was
Oh.
talking about the ghost token if you have them for enemies, because it'll remove it from
Gotcha.
the turn order.
All right. Well, we're going to put him in there again. Thank you. All right. So they were at 17, right?
Yeah.
All right. So they go before after Falkrunn. So let's see who's still left. We got 2 left. This one attacks Falkrunn. That's a big old miss. This one uses his hand crossbow to shoot at Persephone. Hitting AC 13. Ooh, not quite enough. She dances out of the way. All right, now we have. Who's next? Tarina cowers. Oh, the thug who has kicked over the table and is now standing. He attacks Falkrunn. Hitting AC 18. Ooh, that's a hit. He's wielding a mace, and he does 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Next up, we have
Rim is going to come down the stairs.
sorry, Deadeye goes next. He's at 7, right?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Next we have Deadeye. Deadeye is shaking his head. He's taken a couple of big hits. And he takes the dodge, disengage action.
Coward.
I'm serious. 15 gold. Kill these bastards. And that's enough for this fellow. He cracks his neck and joins
Which one is this fellow? That one.
that one there. One second. All right, he joins at initiative 10. Now, Rim, your turn.
Sorry about that. I will come to the top of the stairs. And I will take a shot at Fishburne.
All right, make your shot. That is not enough, I'm afraid. It manages to strike him, but his armor deflects it. Anything else?
I am done.
Dorin.
And now that some space is freed up, I'll step out over here and swing the longsword at this guy with a green flame blade.
That is a hit.
Yeah,
Very nice.
12 damage.
That is enough.
And then the guy to his left over here takes 4.
All right. With that, yeah, he's still up. Great. Right. That is the first damage he has taken. He's looking around at his fellows who've fallen down and kind of looks back at the Deadeye's senator with his teeth gritted. Oh, you even think about it. We are back to the top of the order, correct? So we've got
Typhon and
Persephone, Typhon.
Okay.
Typhon if we're going with what we've been doing.
Okay, cool. I will move down to here. I will quick shoot a glance to these thugs who seem to be sort of marshaling against us and say, things aren't going your way. I suggest you take your lack of gold and flee. And then cast a another whatever I've been casting. Chill touch.
All right, so was that a legitimate intimidation try?
Was it an action intimidation, or was it just flavor?
Yes.
No, that was just a fluff. Like, hey, don't
Okay,
do
flavor.
this.
Okay, fair enough.
What is
All
going
right,
on
so-
here? This is an 11 hit.
11 does not.
That's a hold
Why
on.
is
That's a
it?
weird roll.
1d2. That didn't roll correctly.
No.
Sometimes Roll20 does that.
It's got my. It rolled a crit, but it like perceived it on the damage. It didn't even roll a d20.
So
I'm
what
just
do
gonna
you
roll a
think happened
spell
here?
attack.
Okay.
So that's that, and then it's just a 1d8. So I'll just roll that manually.
Okay.
4 points of
4
damage
points.
in that case against this guy.
Much like the last fellow, the hand comes, grasps him by the neck, and lifts him in the air, and he struggles for a second, and then goes limp, and then falls with a thunk, somewhat.
Is he prone?
I will, and I look
No, he's dead.
as I said to the thugs.
Typhon's just mad that his burning hands didn't work.
Yeah, I lost a spell slot for nothing. I'm very mad.
I think we
Excellent.
lost him out of the turn order again, didn't we?
Who?
The
Typhon? The bandit.
those bandits. Oh, they're all gone. They're all dead.
They're
Never
all
mind.
dead. Oh, there we go. Persephone. Persephone.
I can hear the music and I can hear Sean, but I can't hear Persephone.
I can't hear Sean at all.
Oh, there's Persephone.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I've been in silence for a while. Okay. I'd like to move to here, and I'm actually, as I do that, I'm going to draw my dagger in my offhand. So I'm gonna.
You do cross the space of a threatened of someone. That fellow right there is now
Go.
an enemy. So if you cross through here,
I just go
if
that
you
way.
cross to there, you can choose a path where you do not go through his threatened area. That's fine. Not a problem.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get close enough to get that guy with my rapier.
Gotcha.
Cool. So I'm gonna do that.
I'm afraid a rapier does not hit. 8 does not hit, I should say.
And then I'm gonna take my offhand weapon, my dagger, and try and get that.
And that also
An
that
8 hit now.
that eight still doesn't hit. So that's Typhon and Persephone having. The bandits are dead. Falkrunn, for some reason, you are.
Falkrunn left and came back, but Falkrunn was right there.
I don't know why I went away.
Well, you
I
are
saw
next.
your token go away, and then your token came back, and now it's not aligned on the grid, so something funny happened.
Weird.
Also not in initiative order.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh.
that's,
Yeah, you're not. Well, you go at 17. I can see it in mine for some reason.
Oh, no, I'm going again.
Just a second. Messing with something. Are you there now?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Okay, so, Silas.
What does Falkrunn do?
Yeah, Falkrunn, you're at 17. I can see it, but you cannot for some reason.
Okay, awesome. So I will go ahead and attack this gentleman right here.
Very good.
Oldie Warhammer.
That's a hit.
Play. I'm going to go ahead and...
Were you doing that two-handed or one-handed?
Indeed.
Sorry, so you hit...
Sean, try to declare that before I...
You hit... Yeah, you should declare it, yes. So you hit this fellow with one-handed or two-handed?
So I hit this guy here with one-handed attack.
All right, so you did 4 bludgeoning damage, correct?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
And I'm going to go ahead and... No problem. And take my bonus action to cast Healing Word on myself.
All right, roll that healing damage. Or healing anti-damage. Very good. Excellent. Now, Silas.
I'm going to run to the leader. I can get to him easily without crossing any danger spots.
Indeed.
And I'm going to attack him. Great sword. Two-handed.
That hits. Roll the damage. Excellent. He manages to duck out of the way, but you carve a big gash out of his leg. He is still standing.
Man! I don't suppose I could do intimidation as a bonus, could I?
No. Your turn is over.
Then I'm done.
All right. The thug that most recently joined the fray attacks. One moment. He fails to connect with his mace. Deadeye begins to attack. He attacks you, Silas. Looks like he is wide-eyed. His blood is streaming from his mouth. He's also got a little spit. He's rage. He is not backing down. Hitting AC 15.
That does not hit.
You manage to parry his attack. The other thug attacks. Hitting AC 18.
On who?
This is on Falkrunn. That hits.
Did it hit?
Who hits who?
It hits Falkrunn.
Oh no. How much?
7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ah. Ooh.
Do you still have Shield of Faith up?
Did you cast Shield of Faith, Falkrunn?
Did that ever happen? Maybe I made that up.
On Dorin,
No,
I
I
thought.
never did because I had to either do that or the Guiding Bolt. And the Guiding Bolt was just too damn good.
All right.
Oh, never mind then.
That is the end of the thug's turn. Rin, your turn.
Another shot at Fish Breath.
Go for it. That is a hit. Doing 6 points of damage. How do you want to do this, Rin?
I see him about to call for another cry for help, upping his goal to 20. But I shoot, and while his mouth is open, the arrow pierces his throat.
Very nice. that is the end of Deadeye. He falls in a heap by that table, grasping at his throat, arrow protruding out the back of his neck. The thugs look over and see him fall, look at each other and shrug their shoulders, drop their weapons, put their hands up, and start to back away. Dorin, your turn.
I have a set of manacles, so I'm gonna manacle one of these thugs if I can. I'm arresting these fuckers.
There's no need for that. No need for that. Here, one of them reaches into his pocket, pulls out a little bag of something that jingles, tosses it on the table that's been knocked over.
I punch him in the face.
And fighting continues. And I'm going to go ahead and say that's the end of your turn.
Yep.
Persephone. I ended the music too soon.
You punched him in the face. Start it over again.
They picked one of the few people in the Flaming Fest they shouldn't try and bribe.
Fair enough. So this would be Typhon is next.
Okay, I thought we were done with this, but
when that guy died, sorry, the main guy,
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of the rust flew off and back to me, and I healed.
That's right.
interesting. I don't know what to do.
Take a moment. So there was sort of a ruddy dust that had gathered on Deadeye, and when he died, it flew off him in a crowd and went back to Doran's sword. And you see it crawl up the sword onto his hand and up his arm, and he takes a deep breath and seems restored.
Okay. I will walk and I say, I would drop your weapons and kneel.
Is that a intimidation attack?
I would say that the situation warrants
Well, they're not too,
advantage.
they're not too keen on going to jail. That seems to be what's going to happen if they surrender. So, unfortunately, you're not intimidating enough to make jail seem like a good proposition.
Oh, they're just not smart enough to know that they should kneel. All right.
Persephone.
Okay. I'm just gonna go for this guy and with my rapier again.
Okay. That is not a hit.
A dagger.
Anything else? Well, still no
What's
hit.
going on? Okay, no.
These two are going to be the end of us.
Yeah.
Silas.
TPK incoming.
Silas, it's your turn.
I am going to do intimidation as an action.
All right.
I'm going to
for it.
scream at them. I have to do it. Drop your sword. Sorry.
Oh my god, look at all those single digit.
They had already dropped their weapons, so they kind of look at each other in confusion.
Oh.
They're both wielding maces. So that
Sean
shouldn't
had
seem
to do
to...
it. Just because I rolled a 1, I deserve that.
All right, that priestess is no longer... Tarina's like, "You're still playing around down there?" Next is the thug, who reaches down and picks up his dropped weapon and attacks. Let's see. Persephone. No, I'm sorry. He attacks Dorin.
That makes sense.
You get to skip right?
Yeah, because it was Persephone, Silas, and that should be me.
No, this is the thug that attacks.
Oh, it's the 17 thug?
This is a... We did not start over again at the top of the initiative order. We just kept on going. Right?
Yeah.
Am I good? Right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So he misses with a 7. Is dead. Next we have the other thug, who also attacks Dorin. AC 17.
That'll hit.
4 points of bludgeoning damage. Rim.
Do I have enough space to get around to this spot?
It doesn't appear that you do. You can attempt. You cannot move diagonally around corners. And especially being as big as you are, I'm not going to allow you the same fancy footwork that I allowed Persephone.
All right. I will take a shot at this.
All right, go for it. That hits. He is still up. In fact, that's the first damage he's taken, I believe. Right, next up is Dorin.
Well, I tried. So, the guy on the sort of diagonal from me, northeast of me, I guess, I will attack him. And out comes the green flame blade. Come on. There we go.
That's a miss. Anything else?
Nope.
Top of the order. We're going to go with Typhon.
Okay.
I see what's happening.
The
I keep forgetting to progress the order. I'm moving
Yeah.
it and seeing who's next. That's what's going on. So,
I
Typhon,
will
you're on.
sort of hiss through my teeth in response and extend my hand and require a con save.
Ooh.
Falkrunn is out of the order, I think.
Also,
Yeah.
I can see Falkrunn. Falkrunn goes
Okay.
at 17.
Okay.
I don't know why Falkrunn's out of the order, and I don't know how to fix it other than to just delete her and put her back in. I guess I could do that.
Cool. But so he should have gone though after Silas when he said drop your sword, right?
Oh, yes, indeed. You are correct. Well, why don't we go ahead and say that before that poison spray goes off, Falkrunn takes a turn.
You know, burrito.
Sorry.
All right, so
No worries.
that's all right. That's it. Wonders of D&D. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and use. I'm going to cast inflict wounds. So I'm going to try to make a melee attack
Ooh,
on
nice.
the gentleman who is right
How many-
there next to me.
How many
So-
spells have you cast?
That's a good question.
It's a couple
that's
healing.
the third at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 healing words.
So I get 5 with my level, so I think it's gonna be my last one.
5.
To cast? No, you get.
Spells known are different than spell slots. Check your spell slots. 'Cause it should
Okay,
be 2
okay.
as a full
There's
caster.
little boxes there on.
And Sean, you can check in the D&D Beyond campaign
Right.
too. You can pull up his character sheet, I believe.
Oh, so the 2 slots that are checked next to the
Yep.
little grayed out slots.
Exactly.
So that means
Right.
so it's just those
So
2 then.
as you
Alright.
cast your spells, you can click cast there, and it'll show up as a cast spell. It should, anyway.
Oh, okay. Mine are still grayed out for some reason. Oh, yeah.
You just have to manually.
Okay. Well, no. It filled them in, but it just didn't do it in red. All right. Apologies then. So that'll be
Not a problem.
just a. Well, I guess that's just a normal attack then, gents.
All right. That
That's a single-handed, unless otherwise.
That is not enough to get past his armor, I'm afraid. So, now, Typhon, release your spell. It was a DC 12. Okay. And that is, you're getting both of them with that, correct?
Nope, just one. It's a cantrip.
Oh. What is the spray radius?
10 feet. Is that 10 feet range or 10 feet?
It is a 10-foot range, but it is a cantrip, and yeah, so it is one target.
One target, so it's not in a spray, even
Correct.
though it says poison spray.
Yeah.
All right, good. So you're not in any danger of hitting the bystanders standing right there, correct? That fellow.
Nope, not
Just
just
that
this
one,
guy.
okay.
It's not a range. It's a...
Got it. All right, he did not succeed.
Oh, okay. 10 points of poison damage in that case.
Very nice. He is still up.
That's disheartening. But
These guys are pretty hardy. Much hardier than the bandits, apparently. All right. Next would be either Silas or Falkrunn.
It's happening now, right?
Now it's Falkrunn's turn in the turn order.
It
Or
was
Silas,
actually
which-
Typhon, then Persephone.
Yes. Typhon's Persephone. Thank you very much, Scott. Thank you, everybody who. I do not mind the advice, and I appreciate the help. Thank you.
No worries. I'm gonna get this guy with my rapier. And I'm gonna not roll 7s or 8s.
She said,
Ha-ha!
There you go.
He's been taking a couple hits. He's shaking his head, coughing from the poison. Your rapier finds a sensitive spot, and he goes to one knee. But he's still trying to stand. He's still up.
Down yet?
He is not down yet. Did everybody else hear me?
I heard you say that he took a shot and went down to one knee, but was not dead.
I was just confirming. Yeah, I was just confirming. So I try to hit him with my dagger then.
The 18 does succeed, and that is enough damage to drop him. Right. Next, we have either Silas or Falkrunn.
Falkrunn, he got passed over. She got passed over. He, she, they got passed over. So go ahead, Falkrunn.
Lovely. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and take a swipe with my warhammer at this gentleman right there,
All right.
and it.
That is not enough.
Bad smash.
Silas.
I'm gonna try one more time. I'm gonna yell at him. Intimidation as an action. I'm gonna yell at
All
the
right.
one remaining guy. Right? There's one remaining guy
Yes.
that he can go to
Definitely
jail.
doesn't look like he did-
He can go to
Definitely doesn't
jail,
look
or
like
he can go to
he's
hell. Maybe I can get an advantage on that. He just watched everybody die.
Sure, with advantage.
Knows he's not lying.
Yeah.
All right. That is enough. He definitely doesn't look like he's going to be fighting anymore.
Then I'm gonna grab Fisheye, dead body, yell, "We're going upstairs!" and drag the dead body upstairs.
I arrest this last remaining guy.
pardon us, Alan. We'll just be a minute more.
Apologies for the rough housing.
I do have to go through the turn order because the last time I didn't, it continued on with combat. So I just want to make sure, is anybody going to attack this fellow who's surrendering?
As long as he actually surrenders.
No, he's actually surrendering.
Okay.
All right.
As he does that, I will search the pockets of dead eyes before the rest of the vultures get to him.
Very nice. Okay.
I think didn't Silas grab him?
I grabbed him and took him
you're
upstairs.
dragging
That
him.
was
Sorry,
exactly
sorry,
the point.
sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, my apologies.
The thug, Dorin, puts manacles on the thug, who sits dejectedly on the ground. There's a loud sigh from Alan, and he says, Clank, you know what to do. And Clank goes, moves his head, and starts walking over, picks up a couple of the bodies, and begins dragging them out the door. This moment later, Skuna comes in and says, I thought I heard something. And she starts carrying bodies out as well.
Except for the one who's upstairs with us.
Yes, yes. Indeed.
The Candle Hollows will be here any minute, I imagine.
Can I bring this guy to some other flaming fist and drop him off and be like, I don't know. I don't care what they do with them. I just want him out of here.
Well, you can peek outside and see.
Yeah, if
there's
I just
a
see
flaming
any-
fish there. Yeah.
Tie him to a pole, and if he gets out, he gets out.
Okay. Where's my... Yes, perception, you said?
Well, it's foggy, but you do see a couple of shadowy figures who are walking, and you can tell just by the way they're walking, the way they look like they kind of own the place. There's 3 of them. They look pretty. They look like they're safe. You're fairly certain they're for Flaming Fist.
All right, I march him over to them.
Could we help you, Lieutenant? We're off duty.
Yeah, just get rid of this guy for me. I'll owe you one.
Get rid of him?
He attacked me and some of my companions.
So you want us to get rid of him?
He starts rubbing his forehead. My apologies. I've just come off of a fight and I wasn't thinking clearly. Throw him in jail somewhere, wherever's nearest.
Right, you are, Lieutenant. We'll throw him in jail. No problem. The thug said, Hey, listen, I surrendered. You promised I wouldn't be killed.
I didn't promise anything, but
Well, it's implied in the surrender.
Look, you can rough him up, but don't kill him.
Don't kill him, Lieutenant?
No. I might want him later.
You want us to take him all the way to the sea tower?
Yes. And look, I'll buy you some drinks later. A couple of rounds, yeah?
All right, where can we find you?
I'll be around. Talk to Captain. What's his name? I forgot his name.
Oh, make a persuasion
sorry.
check. Make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
All right. This is very important stuff. 9.
They begrudgingly take him, and they're like, right, we'll see he gets sorted out, Lieutenant. And they start to walk away with him.
I shake my head, but I guess I don't really care that much. I walk back in.
You handled that perfectly.
All right, I just head back
One
up.
moment. You hear, and that's the end of that. All right, back upstairs. Tarina steps out of the illusion, which I assume fades.
Yes.
All right. Well, there he is. Well done, you lot.
Did we do a good enough job to earn back the 7 silver pieces you stole from me?
Stole? You mean one fair and square?
I drop the body of the guy right in front of her, which was why I dragged him up. I look at her and go, would you like to tell us why we just saved your ass?
Well, you did it for the information I possess, I assume. You still want it?
Yes.
Right. I know something about the Dead Three. Is that what you're looking for?
Maybe they're cultists. We know all about them.
Right. Fair enough. Come with me. And she walks you over to
Walks us over to a what? I'm sorry?
this door over here. And she unlocks it with a key. I'm sorry, the door below you. That one, there we go. And you walk in to see a fairly fancy guest room. It's got rich velvet curtains, a couple framed paintings of ships, a canopied bed, night table, sea chest, wardrobe. It looks like there's another door. It's open and you can see a private dining room. She leads you all in there.
I come back, go up the stairs, don't see anyone, and sit on the chair.
Tarina pokes her head out and says, "You coming?"
Oh, right.
Ooh, that's suggestive.
I'll walk over there.
About this time, Silas and Typhon are probably trying to decide who's going to rifle through the dead guy's pockets.
Yes, indeed. We shall get to that. First of all, she says, right. You didn't hear this from me. Several blocks northwest of here is a public bathhouse with a walled garden, bunch of nymphs frolicking carved into its front gates. There have been followers of the Dead Three coming and going from that bathhouse, and I'm told there's a secret door inside that leads to some sort of catacomb. Something about the sewers. You want to know who's been killing in the name of the Dead Three these last few days? That's where you find them.
It was northwest of Elbensong Tower, or Elbensong Tavern.
That's right, northwest.
That's all the
Is that the
have on the
information you're looking for? I haven't been in there. All I know is that that's where the people you're looking for are.
What can you tell us about the man that we just killed for you?
Private business.
AKA she cheated them at dice.
You have no proof of that.
I saw it, but that's fine.
And if it satisfies your curiosity, no, that's not why they wanted me dead. Considerably more to it than that. But I don't feel like sharing that bit of information. At least not for free. However, good job. I think we're done here, right?
I'm gonna check the dead body, and then I'm gonna leave him there.
All right. In the
I will
pockets of this fellow
Help
here,
if need be, but probably not.
you find a pouch containing 32 gold pieces and 15 silver pieces. That's 32 dragons and 15 shards.
Should
He
we be writing this down, Sean, or do you have all this?
Yes, you should be writing this down.
Hold on then. Pouch.
Should we make a loot thing? How do I do that?
I can just put it in Discord, and we can do a loot pile later.
Oh, okay. Do that. 32 gold pieces, 15 silver pieces. He wears 2 gold necklaces, a black and gold ring with a white pearl set in it.
Hold on.
Does
just
anybody
a moment.
have
Black and gold ring with what? Pearl?
pearl? Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is anybody proficient in jewel craft or jeweler's tools?
Stone cunning, but I don't know if that's the same.
No, it is not. So you will need to get those appraised. Maybe somebody in the tavern can help you with that. And let's see.
I might know a person or two as well.
If you check downstairs, the bodies downstairs have already been dragged away, and any gold or silver they might have had seems to have been pocketed by somebody else.
Irks.
That's fair.
The thug, however, is still sitting down there, and nobody seems to have checked him.
He was sitting at a table with a few guys, right?
That's right. One of them has been arrested, and the other one didn't get involved. He basically sat there while his buddies got killed. He ordered another round, finished their drink.
Well, he's fine by us, I suppose.
Yeah, how he handles his dead friend is his issue.
You know, he's sitting there expecting Clank or Skuna to take him away, but there is one more dead body lying there. He's eyeing it, looking like he's going to. I mean, at this point, I'm assuming that people have gone downstairs.
Sure.
Okay, so people have gone downstairs. You can see he's eyeing the body, looking around, looking like he's going to check and see if this guy's got any money. But Persephone beats him too.
Oh no! That's what I'm trying to do.
You do not want to check the body?
Totally. Do it.
Yeah, I can. I just wasn't trying to beat anybody to it. That's all.
All right. He's got a pouch with 6 silver in it.
The dragon's hoard there.
Well, when you think that 3 copper buys an ale.
Yep.
I'm drunk. Oh wait, no. That's not one.
We should
And-
probably leave.
Where
Do
are
you
gonna
all
go?
have places to stay, is the question.
DM check. What time of day or night is it? I mean,
It
we
is-
just had a battle for a few hours, but
It would be the equivalent of about 10 o'clock at night.
My proposal, I suppose, would be to rest up for the evening and reconvene tomorrow. Then take on these cultists, yeah?
Makes the most sense to me. So, Sean, should we find a tavern all to stay in, or could we go back to our houses and that we live at?
If anybody lives outside of the city, that might be tricky. You probably would be able to get back in with the Flaming Fist insignia that you have, although even that might not be enough to get you in, depending on which guards you talk to, because they are
Yeah, lockdown.
On lockdown.
I think
If you do not live outside of the city, then you should have no trouble getting back to your homes.
Silas has a place in the lower city, per backstory. Tess,
Okay.
I assume, or I'm sorry, Persephone, I assume, has a place in the lower city.
Yeah, anyone is welcome to return with me to the temple for the crying god. You can. Always...
and I could house like one person with me and my family.
Yeah, and Typhon is either lower city
I could as well.
or outer.
I could have. I'm near the upper city, but
The upper city. The upper city closes.
He said
The
near.
upper city closes. Are you in the upper city?
He said near.
The upper city closes at dusk. Upper city closes at dusk. If you are a resident, you might have a chance of getting past the watch up in the upper city, but probably be a little bit of a tough sell.
Yeah, the district's locked down after dark. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Between 2 or 3 people in the lower city, we should have enough room for the other 2 or 3 people.
I assume I just head back to the guard barracks or the.
You could. So that would actually be. You could all stay there, since you are working for the Flaming Fist. Might not be all that comfortable, but they would have a cot for all of you. You are also always welcome at the Temple to Ilmater, although that would be very, very meager lodgings. That's basically just sleeping bags on the ground. And then, of course, you are standing in a tavern that has rooms. And there are other places in town where you could stay, depending on what you're looking for. In the lower city, other taverns you could go to. But you also have residences. So it sounds like everybody's in the lower city, correct? Everybody has a place in the lower city?
I always imagined that in the worst place of the upper city is where my apothecary was, and I slept above it, basically. I don't have a house, I just sleep above the shop.
The upper city.
That's kind of where it happens. But,
all right. You are welcome to try and get back up there. Rim, where are you staying?
Oh, sorry. I've been staying at the Blushing Mermaid.
Okay. That's right. That is a rough joint. You would, with the prospect of staying someplace else for free, that's not a cot on the ground, you would probably be much happier someplace else.
Agreed.
I don't know if the Flaming Fist Barracks counts, given your dealings.
Probably
my
not.
surgical table is very sturdy. I can put some cushions over it if you'd like to lay on that for the evening.
That sounds acceptable.
Good.
All right, with your
And it
lodgings
never
all
helps
squared
to
away.
be walking through the city with a giant dragonborn. Helps one make it back to the upper city. Anyway.
Just roll a persuasion check with advantage for me, Typhon.
Would there be watch token situations? Oops.
It's a very easy DC.
Yeah. Okay.
With the Flaming Fist token, the fact that you are a resident, do you have any proof of that? No, that's fine. You're good. You are able to get up, even with the giant dragonborn. One of the watch guards recognizes you as just keep him quiet, okay? And you and Rim retire to your lodging. It sounds like everybody else has a place to stay, and I believe we will call it a night. As of now, you have all reached level 2. Any questions?
Oh,
Woohoo!